Hello, world. How are you guys doing today? I just want to come in today and give you guys kind of an update this week of what all has happened. I had a great Valentine's Day for those of you out there. Happy Valentine's Day. Sorry it's a little late. I wanted to post a video yesterday, but I couldn't quite come up with the words of what to say to you guys. Um, a couple days ago, I had a dream, and in this dream, the devil tried showing me a vision that of something that I did not want to see, and that was of my wife cheating on me with my best friend. Even though I know that would never happen, the devil still wanted to tempt me to see if he could get a rise out of me. But I woke up dead in the middle of the night, and I just said, "The devil is a lie. Now faith. Now faith. Jesus, may I sleep? And will you please show me something that you wish to tell me?" So I went to sleep right after I woke up and I prayed, and I woke up the next morning with an understanding of why, when I keep helping people, they keep doing wrong to me. And I have a great update. I have great news for all of you. I'm moving back to Wichita, Kansas with my wife, and we're going to get a trailer out there, and we're going to end up buying land out there somewhere. I've been working now with Tracy Electric for the last 8 days, and I've been working these last 8 days straight. I'm tired to the bone. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it in my voice. But in this dream, when I woke up with this understanding that God told me, in order for me to save them all, I must not help them all. And I sat and I pondered what that meant yesterday and the day before yesterday. And yesterday I kind of came up with a conclusion of what that meant. This whole entire time, I've been sitting here wanting to save those that don't wish to be saved, and to help those that don't wish to help themselves. So I have a new motto. And those of you, please forgive me for this motto, but I don't know how else to say it. I don't know what words to use. So I would like to just say it. In order for me to help you, you must first help yourself. If you're not willing to help yourself, then I have no help for you. And this is where my motto comes into play. Fuck 'em. You don't want to help yourself? Fuck 'em. I'm done trying to help you. You don't want to help yourself? There's the door. Please make a very fast exit and get out of my life. Because I don't have room for ignorance. I don't have room for childish behaviors. I don't have rooms for thieves, liars, adulterers. I don't have room for anybody who wishes to do wrong unto others. What is the main thing we were taught when we grew up? The number one golden rule in school: do as to others as you want done to yourself. So we live in this world today, corrupted by men put in power by wealth. This world is horrible. I don't know what to say to people other than, I hope you look into the mirror and ask yourself, would child me be proud of me? Have I lived up to my dreams of what I wanted to be when I was a child? Do I have that same fearlessness as I had as a child? Willing to try new things? Willing to think outside of what I'm told? Willing to be adventurous and explore the unknown? Go places I have not yet been? Think things that I have not yet thought? I sat there and I was at work today. And I was working with my coworker, Matt. I like him. He's a good guy. Good worker. Hard worker. And he asked me something today that made me think. And this was his question. At what point in time did you realize that young nobody? When did young nobody no longer recognize himself? And I told him, I said, I lost the ability to recognize myself, and I didn't notice when I lost who I was until I was 21. And I was sitting in King County Jail in Seattle, Washington. And I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was in King County Jail. I woke up at 6 o'clock for morning breakfast. And for breakfast, it was oatmeal, cake, apple, 2 slices of bread, and a milk. You know, I was so mad that I got cake. I was happy that I had cake, but I was so mad because everybody else in the jail got cake too. It just happened to fall on the same damn day. So it was like a pow right in my face. Instead of you eating cake and having a good time with your family that you've created and your parents that have loved you since birth, I'm going to make you eat it with all the rest of that scum that's around you. And it made me realize that was the day that I had an epiphany of a realization that I am not meant for that. I am meant for greatness. I am meant to lead men and women and children into a free society. I mean, we've gone over this. What is a society? It's a class. It's a group of sophisticated people that all agree in the same thing. What are we in agreement of? We're in agreement to go along like slaves? Slaves to $1? I mean, it's as simple as this. What would you do if there was no government? How would you live? How would you eat? Seriously. If there was not McDonald's, there was not Walmart, you would have to go get it yourself. So they've gotten us used to this idea of constantly be handed out things that we forgot to go out and get it ourselves. So, people have been asking me, how are you going to get rid of money? Nobody. How are you going to get rid of money? Nobody. How? How are you going to do that? You want to know how? You really want to know how? Everybody has 2 of these. And everybody has 1 of these. I am an electrician by trade. I am a carpenter by skill. I am a mathematician. I'm good in those things. I can keep you alive for 8 hours if you lose an arm or something like that. I'm trained in the specialization of an M4, a 9mm Beretta, an M16, a 50 cal machine gun, I'm trained in a Stryker combat vehicle, a Humvee combat vehicle. I'm trained in a Deuce and a Half combat vehicle, supply trucks in the military. I'm trained in a lot of things that I know how to do stuff. So I'm going to use my knowledge that I have in my life to go buy land, to go buy the materials, to build my own home, to build my own freedom, my own independence. And I want to share it with all of you. All of you who are willing, not even willing, screw willing. Because I don't care if you're willing or not. I don't care if you're willing or not. Because if you don't have a will, you won't have a way. And if you have a way, you will. That is why I'm naming this city Opportunity. And the reason why I'm naming it Opportunity is because anyone who wants to have an opportunity, when I have land, when I have the materials, I offer you a lifetime friendship, closer than family. I offer you a way to a new life, a new opening to the way people think. I offer you a chance to do what you're best at. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to do that. So I need doctors. Your mind. I need teachers. Not even I. I'm going to get I out of there, and I just want to correct that right now. We need teachers, doctors. We need scientists. We need farmers. We need cashiers. We need carnival ride operators. Anything that anybody wants and we build it and we own it, or if we already have it and own it, bring it. What's mine is yours. But until I have something to give, I don't want anything from any of you. I don't ask for anything. If you wish to help me in any way, I can honestly tell you, I will appreciate it greatly. And I honestly believe that if this comes into your heart, not to help me, not to get a free ride, not to see a new world, a new way of life, then I ask you, if you are black, what would Martin Luther King have done? If you were Chinese, what would have Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan or any of the great film artists would have done, because they were frowned upon because of the Japanese War, because of a war. People were treated horribly. Or if you're Jewish, you're greedy for money. Or if you're white, you were once a slave owner, or you think people are lower than you. All kinds of things. Or if you're male, you can only do this. Or if you're female, you can only do that. And we have to do certain things, be certain people. I don't want any of that. None of it. I'm not going to change who I am for none of y'all. I don't expect you to do the same. I just want you to be who you are. And if who you are is somebody who likes to lie, cheat, steal, or try to get over on anybody in any sort of way, anything that you know is wrong, bye. and your true colors will show. You may be able to hide temporarily, but eventually you'll be seen through. And when you're seen through, you'll be through. For those of you out there that want to have help and want to help, and in 2 years when I have the land, and in the 5 years when I actually have materials and buildings, and not buildings unless some of y'all have been helping me build them, and I have materials to start building. If you're homeless, help me build your home. If you are a single mother and need help raising 2 children and need a place to live or anything, come. Let's educate your children, homeschool. I mean, it won't be homeschool because there'll be so many kids, but we choose what we want our children to know. I'm slowly working on how to build some form of government, but I don't want government. Not really government, but more like every weekend or something, like every Sunday or Saturday or Friday or Thursday. I don't know what day, but every day or once a month. Anybody that has any problems, we take it, take it to my house, my house, and I'll print out all the questions. And once a month, anybody who wants to be heard, we need at least one person to speak for the family. One person, and I prefer it to be the oldest person, the mother and the father. I want a woman's vote and I want a man's vote per household. But I understand some households don't have both. So, I need one minimum for your household. And I want to go over every question that we have so we can get these questions out in a community populace, so we don't have to constantly sit there and say, hey, who's got this, who's got that, it's all there. We all ask if people have problems with this. If anybody has a problem, bring it up. Yes, little Timmy, he's been having a hard time walking to school because there's no bus sign near our house, and he's deaf. He can't hear the bus. I mean, then let's build a stop sign, and let's go tell that bus driver that little Timmy lives right there on 1303 Sunset Drive. Let's make it known. In order for us to fix problems, we must know there's a problem. Why is it we seem to think that people automatically know what's wrong when there's nothing wrong? Because that's what people say. But I have an issue. And this issue is this government. That's my issue. Now, I have a question for y'all today. As y'all say, multiple questions, but a final end cap question. If you really, really, really agree with me on 1, 2, maybe 3, any of those, please let me know you're there. Write a comment. Even if it's just, what's up, man? I loved it. Or I agreed with this. And tell me what you agree on. And what you don't agree on, tell me why. What you don't agree on. So, or if you're confused about something, let me explain it a little bit more, and I can explain it better. But as always, God bless and have a nice day.